Indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday, an opportunity for us to consider the topic of striving for perfection. I'm gonna now proceed to try and strive for perfections by playing an instrument, and then we'll discuss it afterwards. Hey Sam, here I am. I know I'm a little bit late this morning. Woke up super late. Woke up after 8. Rushed to get the animals fed and coffees made and yoga mats set up and got the practice done, but my hair was absolutely disastrous. Then I tried. I did try. I promise. I tried to get this whole situation under control, but I got stuck striving for perfection. Striving for perfection. And it would turn out. Is that Coco? Your hair is not bad. Thank you, Haley. Thank you. You didn't see what it was like before. Like, imagine this, but like that. Today's stream topic is about striving for perfection. Haley. You know? And I think there was a conversation me and Joe had this morning, in fact, about how, can you imagine a monk, I said, can you imagine a monk applying as much effort to their hair as I am right now? Right? We talked about the whole shaving your head aesthetic. We talked about the insecurities that come with having hair in general. If you have hair, you'll be insecure about it. If you don't have hair, you'll be insecure about it. If you're on your way to losing your hair, you'll be insecure about it. If you just went to go and get a hair transplant and you got a bunch of hair, I'm gonna be insecure about it. Yeah, I have hair. Look at you. Look at us. We got something in common, Coco. Both of us are insecure. Sometimes. Sometimes insecure. Not all the time, at least. True, I am insecure about my hair. You see, us and our incessant need to strive for perfection. We know what our hair wants to look like for us. All right? Like I, for example, would love my hair to look good. I always say. Yes. It is getting drier at least, so it's becoming a little bit more easy to style again. You stay right there, I say to my hair, striving for perfection. Striving more for perfections. More strive. Maybe I can do it like that. start screaming internally and externally. One time I did a pixie cut, but it was terrible. I kind of like the pixie cut. Part of me. There's something that I'm like, pixie cut, huh? Time is over. But yeah, it is one of those things where once it's pixie cut, now you have to be very active in styling it, right? Where if your hair is long, maybe it just comes down and it auto styles itself kind of thing. Where when your hair is short, it was fluffy though. Oh, mine was bad. Hi, how are you? Savannah. I'm doing well. How are you feeling today? Today we are showing up with the intention of considering what striving for perfection is like. Why it is we do strive for perfection, if there is any perfection to find. I don't know that there is. I don't think we're going to find perfect. But I also would like to believe that there is something noble in striving for perfection, you know? That I'm somehow like doing a thing that's good, right? And I'm challenging myself to be better. And that striving for perfection is the only way that I can do that. However, unfortunately, when it comes to stuff as complicated as physical appearance, I think perfect is illusionary, right? There's no such thing. There's no such thing as perfect. In fact, maybe I can like bring it all the way back around and remind you that you are already perfect. All right? That there's nothing for you to do. There's nothing more for you to do to be more perfect. All right? If you are able to think, if you're able to speak, if you're able to, you know what? I'm not even speak. I'm not going to diss our disabled friends. I don't think we have any disabled friends that can't speak in this space, but still, even then, all right, if you are capable of experiencing anything at all, I think that's perfect. Have you heard of Wobi Sobi? Wabi Sabi? That sounds familiar, Echo Love, but let me know. Remind me what Wabi Sabi is. I am disabled. You are? Well, Haley, you are loved. You are loved. And you are perfect, even in your disabledness. I hope that you have a friend or a family member or a community that supports you. You want to tell us how you're disabled? Is that something you're not supposed to ask? Wakanda forever. Yep. I am from Africa. It's true. And we all of us, you know, when you go to Africa, if you ever do, you should do this to every person you meet. You should go Wakanda forever, and then they'll respect you more. Suddenly they'll respect you just a little bit more than the average person. They might even respect you so much that they'll start giving you gifts, like maybe a baby lion, maybe a whole cow, you know, maybe a giraffe. But you should try. Wakanda forever and ever. Oh, let me see if I missed anything. Yes, the wind is an enemy. Oh yeah. When I got bangs, it was crazy. You got bangs as well. I think I also had bangs at one point, TBH. A little bit of bangs. But it was a nightmare because my hair even back then was curly and I was desperately trying to get it to be bangs. I was like, it's like straightening it out and over my forehead. And then because I was straightening it out over my forehead, as I was striving for perfection, I was touching my forehead with my filthy child fingers and I had acne. So my forehead was a whole mess because I kept touching it and I guess put hair product on my skin or whatever. And then I would have acne and then I would want bangs to hide my acne. And then I would try and get my bangs to be right and then I would cause more acne. A vicious loop, an absolute vicious loop. In striving for perfection, I gained less. Less perfection was had at the end of the whole situation. And maybe there's something to be said about that, right? Maybe you just should be perfect. Maybe you should stop striving and be perfect instead. Have you considered that? No? Well, I'm happy to let you know there's other ways. My coffee is hot. I like that. Let me see. Darren is here with us too, sending you blessings. I am NM myositis. It is a muscle disease that my immune system attacked my body. It's a rare disease. Normally, mine is only gotten on 32, but I got it on 10. That's wild, Haley. I'm guessing what you're saying is it's a muscle disease where your immune system attacks your body. Is it called autoimmune? I think I've heard about that condition before. Whereas, as she says, your literal body will identify itself as a threat and then will go through the process of attacking it the way it would attack a virus or attack a foreign object in the body. And it can be devastating to the physical system. I don't know how old you are now, Haley, but I'll let you know that there is hope. There is lots of hope. Over the next 10 years, the world is going to change significantly. Like, a lot. The whole Ozempic thing is a canary in the coal mine, so to say, when it comes to the kind of drug discoveries and therapies that we are actively experimenting with as a species right now. So this is me holding a future date in your world, Haley friend, where they'll be able to cure your muscle disease, where your immune system attacks your body. They'll probably reprogram your T cells, give it the instructions of like, hey, this is my cells. This is not my cells. Don't attack my cells. Don't do that. I'm pretty sure there's a gene expression that can like account for, if that's the word we have to use, that genetic disease as well. We got Toon saying hi to you, Mr. Walken. Echo Love says, it's from a show, and the meaning is like, you're perfect the way that you are. Wabi sabi. Yes. It's not only like you're perfect the way you are, but even something broken, right? Something cracked, like a crack in the wall, or a tree that has lost half of its limbs, right? Like in a human perspective, in a judgmental perspective, we might look at that tree or that wall cracked and we can find something wrong with it. We can be like, it shouldn't be that way. I should fix the crack. But the wabi-sabi way, you can look at the crack and see beauty. You can look at the crack and see perfection, right? And it is a way that I've been trying to exist, but I think I need to figure out a way to exist with myself like that, right? I can look pretty rough sometimes, pretty rough. And again, a crack in the wall can be rough as well. I had a whole stream topic the other day where I showed up in pajamas, where I did a whole stream in pajamas to almost like brute force myself into this understanding that, hey dude, I say to myself, you do realize you can do anything even in your pajamas. I can do a job interview. It's like, yes, you can. You might not get the job, but you can do the job interview in pajamas. Fine. I can't climb a mountain. Yes, you can. It might be cold up there, but you can still do it. Fine. I can't swim in pajamas. Yes, you can swim in pajamas. Right? And it was this matter of almost just like brute forcing myself into being willing to accept that there is no such thing as perfect. And if I had to wait until perfect arrives before I start doing something, I will do nothing at all, right? And that's less than ideal as well. The way you are. It's like you're perfect in the way you are, even with all your flaws, which makes you who you are. Perfectly perfect in your own beautiful way. Echo Love, That's super wholesome, friend. Darren, miss you coming in. How are you, bud? Love is being shared. Yes, correct. I'm 14. Been dealing with it for 4 years. I'm sure that by the time you're 18, you'll be finding out about all of these therapies, and then by the time you're in your 20s, you will be receiving these therapies, Haley. You stay alive, you make sure you sleep well, you make sure you drink enough water, you make sure you try to eat whole foods, right? What is whole foods? Foods are whole, all right? Like an apple is a whole piece of food, all right? Didn't have to go through a process in order to be processed, to be what it is. Technically, it went through a process when it comes to the genetics, and let's not get into that right now. But whole foods is essentially single ingredient items, right? Eat potatoes with chicken. Eat broccoli with chicken. Eat carrots with chicken. Stay healthy, and before you know it, there will be help for you too, dear friend. We got Dan joining us, and he's going to let us know some important information next, I'm sure. Speaking of striving for perfection, Swaggart products and services go to painstaking efforts to ensure the highest quality cultures are used in the fermentation process. Yeah, it's true. We've actually sourced our high quality cultures from the mountains of the Himalayas, where we found an old yogi who calls himself Yogurt. And that's what he does. That's all he does. He goes and milks goats, and then he makes yogurt. And then he lives off that yogurt. And the reason he calls himself Yogurt is because he's been living off goat yogurt for the last 50 years. And he heard one foreigner say, "You are what you eat." And he concluded that he is in fact yogurt. Yogurt the yogi. And he's the one who gave us all of our high quality cultures. You eat one of these yogurts and you gain superpowers. Like for real. You can start flying sometimes, a little bit. Sometimes you can, be bulletproof, or how do we say, bullet absorbent. Sometimes you can be super fast. You still won't run faster than Usain Bolt, but you can be fast. All right, you can be I'm doing awesome. I'm starting a remodel journey on one of the kids' rooms. How about you, Sam? Love is true, Darren. A remodel. You're gonna change out the beds. You putting in new closets. Like, what kind of remodel are we talking about? Haley says thank you. Love to you. How's your day going, Lilykin? My day's going well. It's gonna be a calm one for me. I'm gonna try and stay away from the sunlight. I put retinol on my face again last night. I'm gonna stay young forever. I'm actually a 75-year-old man. Actually, I can't wait for the day that I am in fact 75. And I pray, please, let me still look like this when I'm 75. Just so I can mess with people, please. I want to be able to mess with people. I want people to be shocked when I tell them how old I am. Jovan's dad is one of those people. He's 72. He still looks like he's in his 50s. And when he tells people he's 72, they don't believe him. He has to sometimes present his freaking ID to show them, yo, I am in fact that old. But you're not looking it. I feel like it's a big flex. It's a big flex, and I will one day flex like this. Yes. My old ass will still look young. Please. I practice yoga. I drink enough water. I sleep 7+ hours every night. I have a daily routine of hygiene. I wash my hair with special shampoos, and I put oils on my skin. Please. Please, striving for perfection. You see this? This right here is what striving for perfection looks like. It will drive you just a little bit insane. Just this much insane, right? There's all of this not being insane around it, but there's this much insane. Just a little film of insane that sticks to the crevasses of the container that is you. Don't let yourself believe that you need to be perfect in order to feel loved. And that's one of the biggest teachings I have to keep teaching myself. It's like, hey, you can feel loved, even if you don't think you're perfect right now. Even if you don't think you're the best at put your thing here, best person, best dishwasher, best bed maker, best laundry doer, best floor sweeper. Even if you're not all of these things and the best, you are still perfect enough to be loved. Sam says, I'm doing all right. My stress levels have been super high. Same. I've been like having a hard time. I even said the words directly to Joe last night that I am feeling a bit overwhelmed. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with this whole wedding fractal. Like I am very stressed. And then I calm myself down again, where I'm like, yes. All I have to do right now is breathe. I don't think it makes anybody else less stressed, but it makes me less stressed at least. So I've been taking a lot of time for myself the last few days. It's good that you're doing that, Sam. Last night I managed to sneak away to put some pour art, to do some pour art with my mom. That's wholesome. Got some sleep in my eyeballs still. Jeebies. I'm a mess. I'm happy that you did some art with your mom. Pour art? Yeah, she does pour art. It's true. You can't be naked in pajamas. Yes, you can. I am always naked in my pajamas. Most of the time I'm naked in my pajamas. I've never been fully dressed and in my pajamas at the same time. What is pour art? She'll tell you, I'm sure. You can. Love is true. Good morning, Zhao. It's where you pour acrylic paint over a canvas. It's a really chaotic method of art where you don't really have any control over the outcome. You have some control. There is like a co-creation, I think, going on. Not to tell Sam how to do her thing, but there's some control, right? You get to control what colors you use. You get to control the quantities of colors you use. You get to control where you start pouring from. You get to control the angle of your canvas, right? There's a definite co-creative process going on there. I feel like it's a good exercise to let go of expectations. That I think is still true. I can still see myself trying to strive for perfection. I'll find a way to make it not relaxing. Believe you me. Good morning to you lovely folks. Hey Jaju. Thank you for joining us, friend. Yes, exactly. Yogurt the yogi. You see, Dan confirms, which means it must be true. It must actually be true. He is both a cultured man and also a provider of cultures. Exactly. You see, Dan knows. Dan knows exactly what I'm talking about. Trolls are like, you're gay. Melt wants to troll and is like, I want to be 75 and look 28. Yeah, that's the best way to troll people. I think that's the best way. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine meeting a guy that looks like he's in his 20s and then he lets you know that he's actually 70? Like, that would break my brain. I would probably like start eating vegetables. I'd probably just on that spot. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I need to be vegetable eater. Maybe. And I go, I didn't eat any vegetables. And then they eat vegetables anyway, because that's the only way they think they can do it. Oh, love is true. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, exactly. My mom always helps in that way. Shit, just too much. Sometimes. My mama always helps in that way. It's just too much sometimes. That's true. That's good. Stress though, Melt. Wedding stress is exciting stress. Yes, exciting. Yes, excited. Excited about the fact that I don't know anything. I know nothing, you know? And I keep learning how little I know. More and more. I don't know what's going to happen. I think we have kind of come to some level of conclusion. I think we're going to stay in Colombia. Not that Colombia. The Colombia in America, of course. Because it's 5 hours away from where we are. And it's 2 hours away from where Sam is. And we're going to drive through to there. And we're going to sleep the Friday night. I think that's the plan. Or maybe we're driving through the freaking Thursday night or Thursday morning. I don't know. And then we're going to drive through to Sam's. We're going to do the ceremony. We're going to spend some time with Sam. And then we're going to drive back to that place, 2 hours away, sleep there, and then drive through from there back home again the Sunday morning because her family invited us to do something for Easter. So I guess it's not that stressful anymore, that there is some inkling of a plan, but we're gonna have to go and find some sort of public park or something. I hope that there will be internet so I can stream it, but it is definitely going to be untraditional. There's gonna be no white dresses, and I don't know if there's gonna be an aisle. I don't know if there'll be flower petals thrown. I'm pretty sure there's going to be very little people. So yeah, you look like Grayson Waller from WWE. Do I have any of my secondary devices with me? Nay. Do I care enough to find out who Grayson Waller is? Let's see. I'm curious. I'm curious enough. I'm gonna have to get my tablet anyway to show you friends my flowers later. Oh, sorry about that. Almost knocked you over. They changed my shiznit. What did they change? Oh, this dude is just freaking blasting. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I guess people made the mistake of investing in this dude. I think mine is still pretty high, right? This is what we call a Yasi Bosasi. Oh my goodness. That's pretty rough. Well, seem to have kept most of my supporters. But still, pain. Let me see something quickly. This freaking guy. Why am I not surprised? Not surprised at all, in fact. Oh, flaky, flaky. B-dubs. Sorry for getting distracted a bit. My shiznit got changed. And usually when they change my shiznit, I'm like, what's happening here? What was that line? Grayson Waller? Grayson Waller. I don't know if I see it. Do I? Looks at myself. Looks at photo. Looks at myself again. Yes, this is the photo I'll show of him. I kind of want to do something like that. Looks fun. Looks fun to come elbows down. Do I look like Grayson Waller? I think we had we were compared to another WWE artist the other day. And I feel like I definitely looked more like him than I feel I do this guy. Looks like fun being in the WWE, I won't lie. Looks like it's definitely an experience. It is play, right? It is a type of play. I don't think I showed his face. I just showed him coming down. I'll do this one. He is wearing a kind of psychedelic shirt. I don't see it. I personally don't see it. But I appreciate your comment, dear friend. Let me open this. All right. I thought you were 27. I am. I am technically 27, but I'm like 27 only for 2 more months. I'm only 27 for 44 more days, technically. Is your hair fluffy? Yes. Yes, my hair is fluffy. Pretty fluffy. What are you doing, Zoe? Are you just screaming in there? Should I give you a walnut for being a good girl? You wanna go bye? You wanna go bye, Zoe? Huh? Are you being a good girl in here? You being a good girl, Zoe? You go. That's a good girl. You wanna step up, Zoe? There you go. Are you gonna be a good girl? Be a good girl, Zoe, and step up? Okay. You wanna stay inside? Alright. Maybe later you'll be ready. Like I put my hand out, he did lick my arm instead of biting me, which is good. Like I think he's not into biting me. What? I was just there. I just opened your cage door for you and stuff. You didn't want to get out. You want to get out? You want to step up? Huh? Let's go. Let's go. There we go, Zoe. Yeah. There we go. Step up. There we go. Good girl. Oh, you don't like this? Let me move this stuff for you. Okay? I'll move this stuff for you. There you go. Is that better? Is that better? Good girl. There you go, Zoe. What a good girl you are. Yeah. He didn't like my silver bracelet being in his way. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Say hello to the people. Oh, there you are, Zoe. There you are. Wow. Wow, are you a beautiful birdie? Are you so pretty? Mwah. Happy. Yeah? You want a cookie? Mwah. You want to go and get a cookie? Is that what you want? You want to get a cookie? Mwah. Okay. You want out? It's very cold outside, so I'm not going to take you outside right now, but I'll get you a cookie, okay? Oh. You want a cookie? You want one of these cookies? Look at this. Look at this one. Ooh. You want one of these? Then you want one of these? You want one? You want one? Or you want some big? You want some big almonds? Where is your almond thing? Did you see it? Are you trying to lead me? Are you trying to lead me towards where you saw the almonds? Oh. It looked like you're trying to get to your stick. It looks like you're trying to get to your stick, but I don't want you standing on your perch right now. Because you're gonna be very close. You're gonna be so close to me. And if you're so close to me, you might end up being loud. Yeah. I'll get you this cookie, okay? You want this cookie? There you go. Let's go to your cage. Let's go bye-bye. Yeah. You wanna say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. It's a small little bye-bye. You can say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Good girl. Yeah, you see, you're trying to eat that already, huh? Let's put you in here, okay? For being a good girl. For being such a good girl, Zoe. Yeah. Good girl. There you go. Enjoy your cookie. Enjoy, Zoe. Enjoy. Enjoy that cookie of yours. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Alrighty. Returning. Striving for perfection. Yes. It's not how little you know, it's how much you can still learn. This is the way. Dan says as well, Melt, has Joe told you about the American wedding traditions, like when you wash the feet of your father-in-law and then he washes your face with the same water? I'm sure. No. But I'm not opposed to washing feet. I feel like that's one of those sentences that I wasn't supposed to say out loud. I have washed my dad's feet, right, in honoring. in me being all good sonnedness, right? My dad one day had this whole thing where he was like, I want to wash your feet like Jesus did his disciples. And I'm like, okay, all right. And the whole family was together. And then he washed all of our feet and prayed for us. And then when it was all done, his feet were unwashed and he was unprayed for. And then I offered to do it for him as well, right? And I washed his feet and I prayed for him. And I was listening while he was praying for all of us, and I could detect, a little bit of a pattern that I was recognizing, that there was some part of him that seemed, I don't want to use the word insecure, hesitant, in doubt of whether or not he was a good enough dad to us, right? I think he realized as well during that moment that it was kind of done. It was kind of over, right? He's still going to be our dad, but he doesn't get to be our dad anymore, kind of thing, right? All of us are adults. All of us have moved out of the house now. There's nobody home, all right? Literally. My sister will return home sometimes. She's at college, university right now, studying. And I took that opportunity to pray, almost like talking to him, like talking to my dad through my prayer to God, all right? And reminding my dad that he has done a lot, all right? And that I hope that God can make him feel how much we love him and how grateful we are for all he's done, and to melt away all of the insecurities that he might have about the mistakes that he made in his past. And it was nice, but nobody got their faces washed by the water afterwards. Have you told him? Bye, my total is 5%. Cheers, Haley. Then tell him more, tell him more. Thanks for joining. We'll be here again. BSF. Good morning to you, friends. Nice having you here as well. My bird won't even get on my hand. He hates me. Yeah, he was also a little bit hesitant, right? I don't think, like, when I hold my hand out like this and my bracelet's here, he doesn't like that. So I have to, like, move my bracelet over so I can have bare hand for him to snap onto. He is a pretty bird, Nancy, you're right. That bird is so funny. He's pretty funny. The almonds are in the bookshelf. Ah, I see them. I think that is what he was trying to lean me towards, but I didn't see them on the bookshelf. Thank you, Xiao. Hey, Darren, doing well, and always glad to see you here. Indeed, and 9 oily hands. Hey, Gabs. Hey, Gabs, are you striving for perfection? Are you striving for perfection right now? Have you considered that you're already perfect? That doesn't help me, Melt. I'm trying to get good. You're already good. Yeah. That's not helping me, Melt. Stop telling me I'm good. You're great. You're great, even. You're wonderful. So loved. So awesome. Yeah, you're awesome, dude. A little bit. Me too. Me too. Me too, beloved goobs. The striving for perfection. The conversation arose from talking about the monks, right? And how they will, like, shave their eyebrows and stuff to completely abandon any attachment to their physical appearance, right? And it dawned on me this morning that in having eyebrows, I strive for perfection, right? I grew up with a mom who would, like, pluck the center bitties of my eyebrows, and she would make sure that the lines are right. And right, I got taught from a very young age how to strive for perfection, right? Where you have a little pair of tweezers and you take away the hairs that are not the place you want them to be until it's closer to perfect. Pss, pss, pss. So meticulous, so here, so close. Not able to step away and see that there's more. Where is your bird? Mark Martello. If you skip back maybe like 5 minutes, you'll see me holding the bird literally here in this frame. I just put the bird away. I gave him a walnut filled with organic, unprocessed, as in it's just peanut butter, and then I crush a bunch of almonds, and like my ratio is like 2 almonds to 1 peanut, and I crush that into a powder-ishness, and then I stuff that slightly not peanut butter filled, but like peanut butter lined walnut crevasses with that powder, and then I give him those, and then he'll stay busy for like half an hour usually. He'll just like, and apparently they love holding something with their hands while standing on a perch to eat. It's enriching. So he's being enriched right now. That's an incredibly beautiful moment you shared, Melt. Yeah, it really was, Dan. Like, even though I'm not, like that, to say it in so many words, I could feel my dad appreciating me putting away my ego and my own way of wanting things to be in favor of giving him an experience that he needs, kind of thing, right? I did see him like tear up in that whole experience. Ah, yes, there's more. Have you told him about how Americans have to drink alcohol after marriage? Yep, that's mandatory. You have to get completely sloshed, apparently, right? Drink so much that you forget you got married the previous day. It is required. Otherwise, the couple has bad luck for 10 generations. My poor generations. Too bad. Too bad, other generations. 7 days. Where does the time go? It's 7 days from now. You're right, Darren. It happened so quick. A little bit. I am in a very high swing of life right now. Good job, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy doggos, beautiful home, beautiful yard and garden, my family as well. I just need to have a relationship with Dad. Just need to have. Gobs, I think it's as you said, bro. It's like literally a little bit of striving for perfection. Because in a way, and I think that's almost like what I was trying to get at today, it is in those moments where things are, relatively speaking, perfect, right? Where things are so good in a totality that we end up meticulously, or getting meticulous and pedantic about the fine details, right? As you said, like all of these high swings of life are there. And then in these high swings of life, we find ourselves from this higher position, this perch, observing the lower levels of our psyche, of our needs, right? And one of them can be a relationship with our dads. He's going to be your dad at the end of it too, I'd like to believe, right? And at some point, and I think it's one of those things where we can strive for perfection in hoping the relationship is a certain way as well, right? That you might end up having a relationship with him, right? And then even then, there can still be the striving for it to be a perfect relationship, for both of you to be perfectly respectful of one another, to understand each other, to know where it is you're coming from. I think to be understood is a big one as well. So I will tell you I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Gabs. Even if your dad hasn't said those words to you, I'm proud of you for having worked so hard to get yourself that good job. Worked so hard to keep your body healthy. Been such a good dog dad to keep them healthy. Stay mindful to keep your mind healthy. Work to earn and to take care of your beautiful home, your yard and your garden. I don't think you did that much to make sure the family is well, but I'm sure you have influence there as well. You were loved. Please go and get that bird. I like that bird. Me too, Mark. But no, that bird is quiet right now because he's occupied and satisfied with what he's occupied with. And when we get those moments, we appreciate them. I have to go and refill a bunch of his walnuts. He's run out, but I'll do that afterwards. Gap says, it's been 7 days since my good dog Coda has been neutered, and he is acting as if his coin purse hasn't just been cut open, emptied, and stitched glued back together. Okay, he's acting as if it hasn't. He's totally normal and happy. TMI, but whenever I have an unusual elevated level of concern for him and his you-know-what. Yeah, I can imagine. Having your ball sack removed is definitely going to be something. Again, I think the fact that you probably took him to a professional, right? You didn't do it with a bread knife in your kitchen. That's probably like the biggest thing. You being a good dog dad, make sure that he had his procedure. And it is a, I guess, routine procedure, but they stitched him up in a way that he's going to heal fast. Love to hear little doggos. Long time no see. Hey, Patch Patch. It has been a long time. Welcome back. How have you been? How's life been treating you? Moon Knight. Moon Knight even joining us. I thought it was going to be only like in April that we see you again, Moon Knight. Welcome back. Goob, I feel that I've hurt and exhausted myself trying to have my parents in my life. I'm here for you, brother. It's always when I'm at my highest and my lowest that I miss my mom and my dad the most. Interesting. When do I miss my mom and my dad the most? When I think about time, I miss my mom and dad, right? When I think about the passing of time and the aging of bodies and the lack of access. Patch Patch and Moon Moon, what a good day, right? Oh yeah. Hello, can anyone hear me? We can hear you, Moon Knight. Thanks, Moon. I see you too, my friend. Your Hawaii's beyond your ears. I'm gonna go all messages. I think I might be missing some. Thanks, Moon. Y'all good? Good. Very good. Taking care of ourselves, Patch Patch. How are you? Gabby, I'm so proud of you, dude. Love is true. Brother, I will make you all drink Fanta. Don't worry. No, Fanta is bad for you. Fanta is not good for you. Don't drink. I'll also give special melted Coca-Cola to drink. No, I don't want to drink Coca-Cola, dude. I would rather drink water. Water or coffee. Those are basically the two drinks that I do drink tea occasionally as well. But I do not drink soda. I'm pretty sure, no. Damn it, I lied a little bit. There was some Sprite. There was some Sprite in the refrigerator when I just got here. But I drank that in like the first 2 days. Right. And then we haven't bought any more soda since then. I was gonna say I haven't drank any soda since getting to America. But then I spotted myself lying. Damn it. Damn it. I've only drank soda once. That's still cool since getting to America. Freaking sodas. Don't drink soda pops. Drink water instead. My dad did say he was proud about my graduating and quickly getting the type of job I've been dreaming of. That's good. I love it there. I'm 1 month into my 2-month probationary period and they're approving me for overtime in a couple of weeks, which is a good sign. I'm making them money. You're doing your job well, bro. You're showing them that you were, in fact, the position that they were supposed to hire. Moon Shuba Fluba Gibi Shkalarmo Yarp. Yes, Melt. Studying 15 hours a day. I completed my syllabus way before the deadline. Nice, Moon Knight. Proud of you. It's good that you're working so hard. I hope that you get some rest now. Maybe this is you resting a little bit. Don't drink unless you've been married, in which case you have to, or face generations of treachery. Well, good thing I'm a masochist. Bring it on, treachery. I have beautiful latte art in my coffee earlier, and I thought of Melt and Joe because I'm looking forward to making them art that they can consume. Well, like at this point, Gavity Goo, maybe we should come to you, bro. Maybe we should come to you. I don't know if next weekend is going to be free for you. I don't know if you want to drive through to Columbus. We do technically have another bed spot in our space where you could sleep if you so wanted to. So that's another option as well. I'll ring with you then, for I am a naughty boy. I'm gonna have to go and get the belt, start slapping ass or something. Let it melt and keep it cold. I will also feed you butter chicken taco. That I'll be down for. Do you like vodka? Yeah. I do not consume alcohol. When was the last time I consumed alcohol? I think the year was 2023. I think so. Right. And this is me not counting trying someone's drink, being like, let me see, tastes like alcohol. Right. Actually drinking something. I think 2023 was the last time. And it has been this matter of like realizing that that's just not something that I like to do. It doesn't make me feel good. Right. Do things that make you feel good. You deserve it. Alcohol makes me feel good, Mel. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It might make you feel good in the moment, but it doesn't make you feel good ultimately, right? And we have to have a wide perspective of the ultimate experience we give ourselves. Y'all, Wei really wanted to see me beardless. Beardless, I've just gone from a 31 to 19 in a matter of minutes. Instantly leaves you. I'm sorry, I'm joking, Dan. That was just me being like telling a joke about. Like I feel maybe this is my own personal bias, but while I was in China, there definitely was a consensus about how women in China, and this is something that I was taught by women. All right, full disclosure. My assistant teachers, like the three ladies, were sitting in the kitchen, and the conversation came up about like almost it was more like a conversation about the requirements you need to meet in order to even think about having a girlfriend in China. And one of them, unfortunately, is the fact that you have to have an apartment. If you don't have an apartment, and sometimes ideally, it's better if you own the apartment. And if you don't have a car, then it's hard for you to have a girlfriend, right? Especially a high class girl, as they would consider themselves, right? And then that conversation continued into being older as well, because the odds of you having and potentially owning your apartment goes up if you're older. All right, and I'm over explaining my joke. I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry. It must be nice to have that de-age suddenly. I also lose a few years when I shave my beard off completely, but I keep it at this length. This is where I'm comfortable most. I don't think I haven't taken a blade directly to my skin since I was 17. It's been a decade. And I shaved my skin and I had this like acne breakout all over my beard line, and I was like, oh, I'm never doing that again. Share pick in Discord. Share almost naughty that goops. We can get into mischief and plot world domination. Mel just threatened me with a good time. I'll put spikes on the belt. Gab gets more excited. Beers with Christian. I remember. Yep. I was on stream even. It was on stream even. You do remember, don't you, Gabs? Yeah. It's not something I'm used to doing, but it's true. It can be fun. It can be fun in the moment. Dude, have you kidnapped a goat? Hey, Melt, my brother, you remained cool. And after 2 years, I'm also coming to America. Both brothers should meet and change. Are you coming to America? Moon Knight? Really? Is it actually happening? Are you coming for studies? Or are you coming on vacation? But that is pretty cool. Yeah, look at us. America. America. Good old America. I like America. America is a good place. I do believe this. I'm not saying that facetiously. I really do think America is a good place. Right. Not because the systems of control is good, not because capitalism is great, not because of the expectations that is kind of like ahead of you when you're in this space, but because of the people. Right. You realize every time you go somewhere, and I've only been to 6 countries now. Everywhere you go, people are happy to have you. Right? Literally everywhere you go. And in that way, the good of a place is very much attached to the people that is there as well. I'm sure there's a lot of bad people in America. I almost assume automatically that guys with big trucks are bad people. And I haven't had the chance to talk to one of them yet. I should. I should just like walk up to a guy with a big truck and be like, who are you? Why are you this way? Maybe he'll be nice to me. Maybe I'll learn in that moment as well that in fact he's also just striving for perfection. And in his mind, the perfect vehicle is one that's big, right? And now that he's gotten this big vehicle, he realized that it wasn't what he thought it would be. But he saw another guy drive big truck and he couldn't be out big trucked. He couldn't have someone else strive for perfection harder than he was. All right, and then I can understand maybe. Big truck, driving man. I have no problem with big truck, TBH. Big truck is kind of fine. It's a loud truck that I have a real stick up my ass about. All right, because I know for a fact some of those dudes, I don't know what they do. I think they fucking drill a bunch of holes in their exhausts or something. But those trucks are ungodly loud. Like, how? Why? Why? You can have the biggest truck. You can have two trucks. You can put a truck on top of your truck. Just don't make it sound like something from the freaking 1940s. Is that too much to ask? I don't want to hate you, I say truck drive man, but why does it have to be so loud? Can it not be so loud, please? Let me see what Moon Knight said. Yes, yes, for those big opportunities, I'm working my ass off right now. Looking forward to dance with you. I'll dance with you, Moon Knight. You come to America, you make your way over here, I'll put on Cytrons, we'll dance. No rush to visit me where I am. We want to avoid the months of May through September so we can go on outdoor adventures. If we plan ahead, we can find cheap airfare, and I'm happy to help pay. Dude, Gabs, that was not the part of the expectation, but that's super wholesome. I would love to come and see you. You're like one of the like OG homies. I don't know if I should say this. I've been a little bit jealous ever since you went to go and see Uncle Becky and got to see Toasty as well. All right, I've been like, oh man, I would love to see Gabs. Literally since then, and that was like what, 2021, 2022 or something. Love you, Gabs. Avoid cannabis because it exacerbates likeliness of the onset of schizophrenia. How can I be the change I want to see? Gobbledygoo giving advice. Have you considered not smoking weed? Dreamtooth. Dreamtooth puts fingers in ears and goes. Always a good question to ask the self-hoop. It's true. My brother Melt, you were a very good man. Thank you, Moon Knight. I try to be. It really is a matter of showing up for it. What's up, Zoe? Are you ready to get out of your cage again? Have you finished your cookie? Are you a good girl? You want a cookie? Hi, Zoe. Hi, Zoe.
Hello.
Hello. You finish all these walnuts? Yeah? You finish eating your walnut? Look at that. This thing is all empty. Was it good? You want to step up? You want to step up, Zoe? No? That's the sound he makes when he doesn't want to step up. What's up? What's up, you Zoe bird? You want out? Yeah? You want out? You have to come get closer to me. Yeah, come. Come. Come, Zoe. Come. Come, Zoe. You don't want to get out? All right. You can be comfy inside. That's fine. You want out? There you go. Come on. What's up, Zoe? Come on. Let's go bye-bye. Let's go bye-bye. Come. Come on, Zoe. Yeah, he seems a little bit antsy. If you want to go bye-bye, you have to step up. You have to step up. You gonna step up?
There we go. That's a good girl.
Wow.
Here you go. We're going bye-bye.
Wow.
You're already out. Oh. So antsy. Such an antsy birdie. So antsy. Doesn't know what he wants. Doesn't know if he can trust me. There you are, Zoe. There you are.
Ah.
Hello. Hello, Zoe. Where do you want to go?
Hello.
You're trying to lead me towards that perch? Huh? You Zoe bird. Hmm? You want a cookie? Yeah? Yeah. You want a cookie? Let's go get you a cookie, okay? You want to get a cookie? Look at him leading me. He's like leading.
Oh.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh, you almost fell over. You want a cookie? Let me put this walnut away for you.
Oh.
I'm gonna put this walnut away.
Hello.
And I'll give you this little treat as well.
Hello.
No. Hello. Let's get you a cookie, okay? Oh man, that cookie of yours is making a mess on this thing.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh no.
Hello.
Hello. You want some of this? Ooh. There you go. Yeah, that's a good birdie. Yeah. I'm gonna give you this one too. Okay. You gonna go bye-bye? You gonna go bye-bye? Good girl. That's a good Zoe birdie. That's a good Zoe. There you go. And I'll put this one on here for you. For when you want it. You see this? I'll put it in here, okay? Look at that. Good girl. She's a good girl, Zoe. You're going to eat some big old almonds. He found his secondary treat as well. Back. There we go. Comfy up. Cry in America. Dead very high in America. We still get by in America. Yeah. The world is not going to end. Definitely not due to human stupidity, right? Humanity might end due to human stupidity, but the world's going to be fine. Perfectly fine. I automatically assume guys with big trucks are bad people. They can be. If their YouTube is full of videos of them stating their political opinion from the safety of their truck, then you know. Yeah, again, it's my striving for perfection. For me, my idea of a perfect vehicle is one that is as small as it comfortably can be, while you still have enough room inside of it, and as quiet as humanly possible. Right? That's my idea of the perfect vehicle. And then I see trucks that have their wheels out of their body line, right? Like this much out of their body line, and then double wheels sometimes, and then a lift kit as well. And then like it's an F350 or something, so it has for some reason 6 doors. And I'm like, isn't that thing very fuel inefficient? Get like 1 mile a gallon or something on that thing. To the West Side Story tune. I would come to Texas for a meetup. Never been there. I've never been to Texas either. While Zoe is communicating politely, Melt and him have connected. Yeah, like I can see him as well, letting me know when he doesn't want certain things. Like I don't think he likes the tech on my arms, right? He doesn't really like it. And then the silver, he like like he goes towards it and he makes like he lets me know that doesn't like that. So I like move it to the side, and then my hand is open, and then he'll step up. I do think we have connected. They have, Gab. It's sweet. That chair is talking. Beautiful bird. Hey, we got cable here too. I have a double yellow-headed Amazon. What a fox. Oh my goodness. Pretty bird. He's super healthy. Yeah. He got his winter to spring food mix yesterday, but he doesn't seem to be eating it, Joe. I think I'll have to make him another one. Political opinions from the inside of the truck, Sam. Spot on. Spot on. Top 10 worst haircuts in history. Mr. Burger, welcome to my life, bro. I would wear my hair somewhere else if I could choose to. All right, but this is the way it looks. Believe me, I have tried many a haircut. I've tried my hair long. I've tried my hair military, like 5 centimeter long up top. It looks bad no matter what I do. So I'm just like, I'm desperately trying to forget the fact that I have hair. And it's not necessarily the haircut, it's just having curly hair, right? It does do that naturally, right? If I go like this, I get the, yeah. I don't get any choice in the matter. That's kind of how it be, bro. Fan funding, no. There we go, all messages. All right. All right. Didn't I just get you out, Zoe? Yeah, I did. And I don't have any more walnuts to give him right now. I'm pretty sure I just gave him his last little like a roll up. I'm gonna have to make him more. But I think I need to put my foot down and show him that he can't just scream now. Like, he's been outside twice in the last hour. He probably does just want to chill here. Me and Joe have considered, we floated the idea of putting his cage up against the windows so that he can look outside. He is being a good bird. I am not complete without my beard. I am not complete. You feel a little bit incomplete, Dan. At least it will grow back. Maybe one of these days I'll go bare shave as well. Just to shock the community a little bit. Be nice, Mr. Burger. You've been warned. It's fine. I kind of get it. You know, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, when we went to Liam's recital, or I guess it's more orchestral performance or something. There was a moment where there was a kid up there who had very similar haircut to me, like short sides, and then just like curly explosion up top. And I personally, of course, thought it looked good, but I can definitely see why people hate it. I could see it. I was like, ah. My hair is shorter than his was, at least, so I feel like I'm getting some brownie points there. But still, it was one of those things where I was like, this is why people tell me I look 12 with this haircut. Probably. If you're mean in chat, I will strike you down with my crimson blade and the power of the dark side. It's true. I've seen it happen. Dan is a crimson blade. And he does have the powers of the dark side. I think it's time. It is time. I'm gonna go breathe some fresh air. Hello! Hello, Zoe. What are you doing in there, Zoe? You're saying hello? Did you already finish your cookie? Did you already finish it? I just think he's hungry. He didn't eat any of his food. No, stop. Can't just scream, okay? You wanna go bye-bye again? You wanna go bye-bye? What's happening, huh? What's happening here, Zoe? Huh? Okay, yeah, he wants to be inside his cage. He seems a little bit antsy. You want to stay inside though, huh? Huh? You want to stay inside? I'll give you a walnut. Yeah, I'll give you a cookie. But if you're gonna scream at me, I'm not going to let you out. Yeah. Yummy. Enjoy your cookie. He does seem a little bit weird. Like there's a little bit of like weirdness in his behavior. I think it's because I don't let him step onto my shoulder. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe my bracelet was in the wrong spot again. I don't know. I love that their connection makes you happy, Joe Bon. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay. Since I didn't get the bird out, but I didn't set the intention of breathing some fresh air. This air that I'm gonna breathe is extra fresh. It was prepared last night. Here, man, there's a blue jay out there losing his mind. All right. Russell is here as well. Melt is an angel. And you too, Joba. No, you. Angel, no angel. And love is true. It is now time for us to pull a card. I had to look for it first. You must know that we are secret agents, right? I've had my suspicions. But now my suspicions have been confirmed. And all of my striving for perfection makes a little bit more sense to me. Spider-Man pointing me. No, you. No, you are cool. No, you. No, you are the cool one. I'm gonna go get my cards again. All right. It's time for us to see. Now that we are in a state of open awareness and have come to this conclusion together that striving for perfection doesn't beget any perfection. It only begets suffering. And that doesn't mean you should stop striving for perfection. But it does mean you should become aware that even if you do strive, you will not achieve. Right? And even in that which you achieve, you will need to find satisfaction within. Because GBs, perfect doesn't exist. It can always be perfect-er, more perfectist, perfect plus. But instead of wanting it to be perfect, we can be happy that it is at all. Practice makes progress. And the enemy of progress is perfection. To the friends who don't know, that is some ancient Melt and Joe lore. We went to go and watch a movie. One of the first time me and Joe ever watched a movie together was one of the first days that she was was in South Africa for the first time, back in South Africa with me for the first time. And the movie was called The Wild Robot. And it's good. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Thank me later. But me and Joe have in our community, she's literally called JoeBot, right? So the robot theme is very synchronous with us. I want to turn myself into a machine at one point, right? Ideally, I'll still be me, but I would like to have the body of a machine. So I want to be a robot, right? And then this movie was this beautiful collaboration, melting together of robot and care of creatures, all right? Beautiful movie. But before watching the movie together, basically there was this activity that they provided to the community that wanted to go and watch that movie because it was a little like artisanal theater. The seats of the theater were car seats. They still had the freaking safety belt buckles on them. Legitimately, it was kind of fun. Still a good projector. The projector was still high quality, but you know, the space was created by people, wasn't created by a corporation, and you can see that. And before they had the actual movie showing, and it was the first time that the movie was showing as well that weekend, they had a little origami class. And we made a fox and a dragon. We started with a dragon, then we made a fox. I think she wanted to make a duck or a mallard as well, but I don't think we had enough time for that before the movie started showing. But I still do have those little dragons. I'm wondering if I brought them with me now, but I remember where I had them back home. And one of the lines that she said to us during that whole practice in the pursuit of making origami is that practice makes progress, and that perfection is the enemy of progress. The enemy of progress is perfection. Trying to make it perfect will stop you from progressing, right? I could have spent 5 hours just trying to get every curl where I want it to be, right? And keep meticulousing and meticulousing. But I wouldn't have made any progress in my day. I wouldn't have shown up here with you, friends. And I am willing to admit that I am late this morning because of my trying to achieve some sort of perfection, right? Trying to get the moment just right in this morning so that I can be here with you, friends. And in that, not making as much progress as we might have been able to with the amount of time we're already into our day. Maybe we've made more progress even. I feel like I have grown in this stream, like I have consciously evolved just a little bit alongside you, friends. Thank you, Joe, for bringing that quote back into our minds. Progress is made by practice, and that the enemy of progress is perfection. Are you saying that perfect circles aren't really perfect? I don't think we're saying that. I'm saying getting stuck as a human being trying to make a perfect circle will rob you of a lot of progress in your life, right? Maybe you could. Maybe you could do it. Maybe you could make the perfect circle with your hand. And then you do. And then what? right? Having made that perfect circle doesn't change anything. Not really. Maybe you could get a hand clap. Maybe you can have someone be like, impressive. Maybe you can sign your name to it in a date. All right, on this date, I made the perfect circle. Maybe you can remember about it fondly. But it's not going to make your life more perfect, having done something perfect, right? Your life is already perfect. I think that's the point. Your life is already that perfect circle. I kind of consider it more like a torus field, right? But if you look at the torus field from one perspective, it kind of looks like a circle. Are you saying? Tell that to Manyard. I don't know who that is. Russell, I know the pieces fit. The pieces fit. But the perfect circle? Hey, I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus too, Russell. Even me, stubborn as a bull. Stubborn as a bull, with the body of a lion and the personality of a butterfly. Yes, that's how I would describe myself. Would one of you friends be willing to tell me to stop? Melt, listen to Schism by Tool after this. Fine. I'll do that then. Where's my speaker? You tell me to stop first. It's up to you, Dan. This is you. This card is going to be pulled with you in mind, though. Tell me to stop. I'm going to slow down a little bit. A lot of flowers go around. I'll take that one as a stop as well. Gab did beat you to it. Here's Gab's card. Here's Dan's card. Let's reveal. Some serious ASMR going on here. You like the sounds? Good. Halt. He wants you to pick one. He did. This is the one. I kind of like took just the message being sent as a card pull cue. God beat me to it. Love is true. He wants me to pick one. You've done. This is the one you picked though, Gabs. Healing the heart. Like Gab talked about, in so many words, I feel perfection, right? Maybe health, maybe good, but I feel there's many perfects as the ego might perceive it in your life right now. And you mentioning your relationship with your dad, it is something that's a matter of the heart, right? Sheesh. You have been called towards healing of the heart. Let's read what it means. I'm gonna keep your card down. I still haven't seen which card you got, Dan. Let me just pull it out from the deck, actually, instead of just stacking it up. Indeed. It's almost like you now have the space to, Gabs. That's the way I'm interpreting this message as well. Is that maybe for the longest time you've been so preoccupied with doing things, with the next step, with the process that you are a part of, that you might not have had the room to really look into your heart and heal that part. And maybe now that things are a little bit more stable in some ways, you'll have room to heal your heart. The beautiful geometric configuration depicted on this card is according to visionary physicist Nassim Haramein. I've never done this, and I think it's finally time to. Look up Nassim Haramein. Nassim Haramein. Got it. Physicist. Nassim Haramein is a theoretical physicist and the research director of the International Space Federation. He is known for his work in unifying quantum mechanics and general relativity. And his theories propose a hollow fractal universe where the patterns of reality are similar at both the smallest and largest scales. Haramein's work has led to the development of resonance-based technologies that focus on extracting quantum vacuum energy. And he's studying the gravitational effects. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds like faster than imagination travel, right? The whole creating gravity wells to fall into. Focusing on resonance-based technologies that extract quantum vacuum energy. I believe that. Oh yeah, it's been a focus indeed. And I have altered the urges of my hubris at times lately to be me, mindful of what the heart communicates. I believe that. All right. Right. So this Koch curve, that like pattern of triangles in shapes, right? That's what they call the Koch curve. 3D Koch curve. The matrix is a 3D Koch curve of vector equilibriums. Let's do this too. Can you explain what is a matrix of a 3D Koch curve of vector equilibriums?
To understand the matrix of a 3D.
Every time I hear the word resonance, I just think boing, oing, 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 oing. And in a way, that is resonance, right? And the boing, oing, oing, oing you make might be different to the boing, oing, oing I make, but there's more often than not probably a synchronicity, right? There is a resonance that is created in our collective minds because of our use of the same language. Because both of us understand English, how to read it and how to speak it. We can look at a bunch of symbols on a screen and resonate accordingly. Pretty cool, don't you think? Maybe that's a call to reproduce.
Hi, I'm Gemini.
No, I didn't ask you. Maybe the goal is to reproduce, is resonating with you. Yeah. I suddenly understood what God was saying. All right, to understand a matrix of a 3D Koch curve of vector equilibriums. Technically, they spelled Koch differently in this one. I have to correct that, I think. I think that is an important thing to consider. Can you explain? Maybe I should add the image. I'm gonna post this card. No, I'm gonna post this little mini image. Oh. Boom. This a symbol. All right. The symbol is a 64 tetrahedron grid, often referred to in sacred geometry as the vector equilibrium, or the isotropic vector matrix. All right. Let's see if it's going to give us the context that we need. According to the text in your photo, this specific depiction is attributed to Hassam Maharamein. Yeah, got that. A researcher who proposes that this geometry represents the fundamental structure of space-time. Key attributes of the symbol. is that it's a geometric construction. It is composed of 64 individual tetrahedrons. When these are joined, they create a perfectly balanced structure where all vectors are of equal length and angular relationship. The hyperdimensional fractal. As mentioned in your book, it is viewed as a 3D Koch curve of vector equilibriums. In this context, it represents a state where all the forces are equally balanced, symbolizing zero-point energy, or a state of perfect stillness. We were talking about striving for perfection, weren't we? Wow. Metaphysical meaning. In the context of healing the heart and spirit of place, this symbol is often used to represent the crystal core, the seed or the blueprint at the center of the Earth's energy grid. Coherence, the alignment of personal energy with universal patterns. And then there it is, Gab, you use the words, the heart-earth connection. The idea that the same geometric laws governing the vacuum of space also govern the energetic rhythm of the human heart. Why it's linked to healing. In these types of visionary teachings, the symbol acts as a visual tool for meditation. And the idea is that by focusing on a perfectly balanced geometric form, one can help retune their own internal state back towards a state of equilibrium and resonance. Isn't that neat? Suddenly, every single one of these cards took up even more significance in my mind. That every single time I show one of you friends these or look at them myself, I am tuning my body. Almost like a little tine. Bang! But instead of it being audio, it is visual. Get to look at DNA strands twirling together, whales and dolphins, ocean kissing land, land turning to mountains, pushing up into the sky with clouds above it all. A 3D Koch curve, a heart of the world. You drew that? No. No, Francine Hart drew this. She's, I think, in her 80s. Tell us about Francine Hart.
The phrase,
The phrase Francine Hart. No, I'm just talking, come on, dude. I'm sure I'd be able to find Francine Hart if I just search her name instead. Francine Hart. There she is. Yeah. This is a public photo. I'm sure she's okay with me showing it. That's the lady who drew these cards. Pretty sure she writes the pieces as well. There's no other attributions other than her on the sides. She has a bunch of cards as well. Her stuff is good. She's definitely a visionary artist. Man, the more I look into this card, the more I see. Francine Hart is an internationally recognized visionary artist who has been working with sacred symbols as models for evolving consciousness for more than 35 years. Yeah, consciously evolving. That's the point of these streams, and that's been the point of them for a very long time, and these cards have been with me the whole time. You have never seen me without me having these cards. Isn't that an interesting thing to think about? I have become a different person since owning them. I spent time in the office. I was an English teacher at this point. and I asked if I could use the DC Fix or laminating machine. That's it. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, how much do one of these sheets cost? And they were like, don't worry about it though. It's like gonna be $1 or something. So just do your thing. And then I spent time laminating 64 of these, cutting them out each piece by piece. They are delaminating now, so I need to redo it again. But the amount of attention has been put into this deck and love from you friends and doing this with me. Man, that little deep dive changed so much of my perspective of this deck just now. Oh my goodness. Sorry, just had that sounds area. You know what I mean? That shoulds. I think I know what you mean. Maybe you should consider listening. I was underground for my card. Gotta go back in a sec. Your card has still not been read. So if you're here right now, Dan, you're perfectly on time. I was gonna say that's pretty sick. It is pretty cool. Wow, she looks great for even. I think she's in her 80s at this point, bro. Francine Hart. Age. Okay, she's 62. No? Oh goodness. Yo. They freaking ripped my heart out for a second. I thought she had passed. Surely not. Man, I don't know if she has her age published. She's been making art for 35 years at least. But they're not giving me more than that. Some people estimate her at 77. But yeah. I tried to reach out to her Instagram, but it's probably managed by someone, you know, some relative or something. I tried to tell her about how much her cards have done for me and that we share it in these spaces as well. The Deems show us the geometric foundation. It's true. Spending a divine moment in thought, you'll see a lot of sacred geometry. I always see the geometric spinning flower of life right there before the breakthrough. Oh, cool, man. Shout out them plants too. Them plants are the original teachers, ultimately, right? I just am not a medical professional, and I know that these plants are very powerful. Very, very powerful. It's ideal to have a lot of guidance if you're going to be learning from them. And it's not always easy to find that guidance out in the world. Hurry, I'm about to be underground again. I'll read Gobs first. We started. The matrix is a 3D Koch curve of vector equilibriums. It is sorry, I got hooked up there. It is the crystal at the core of the earth. This geometry is intended to enhance healing the heart on personal, planetary, and multidimensional levels. Various places all around our planet have the potential to bring you into alignment with healing energies. They may be revealed through cultural tradition, placement on the earth grid, or your own intuition. I'm having a hard time focusing, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Locking in. Sometimes these will be recognized places of power or sacred sites. Particular locations hold potent energy by the virtue of their historical and cultural importance, and as ideal places to offer prayers and quicken intentions. Be advised to seek out places that summon you and honor the spirit of place that resides there. Be confident that you will be called to the locations that are in tune with your movement towards wholeness and your mission in this lifetime. You may be surprised to find that the place where you live holds healing energy for you. As you relax and feel into the spirit of place you call home, tune in to your surroundings and recognize how they help restore and replenish you. I did pull it upside down, Gabs. And the upside down meaning goes, a change of location is suggested. If only for a short time, shift your attention and your attitude. Shift your attention. That's neat. A change of location is suggested. Alrighty. Dance card next. Part of me wants to hold space. Let me know if you're here, Dan. I still haven't seen what card I've pulled for you even. Coolio. Let's see what this card shows. Phase Mandala. I did pull it upside down for you too. Phase Mandala. I think this card's gonna kick your ass too, Dan. You're gonna have your ass kicketh. Oh, look at that flower of life. We were just talking about it. Popping out in the background. Zoom, 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 zoom. Phase Mandala. Cycles and movement. And we had a moment talking about the perfect circle, didn't we? Yep, and there it is, the perfection. Man, perfection is really kicking our ass a little bit today, huh? Striving towards perfection? It still needs to be done. I that's the thing I'm really struggling with the most, actually, is because I still think we're supposed to. I just think we're supposed to know that even if we achieve perfection, nothing is going to change, right? And I feel like there's a relationship with reality that we can grow in realizing nothing has to change and striving for perfection anyway, right? Like a contentment with things as they are while working to improve them so they may be better. Feels like a hard balance to manage, but I believe we're capable. Cycles and movement. Living in cooperative balance with movement through cycles is the message of this card. We watch the moon as she rolls around the earth and shows us the faces of her phases. We experience the cycles of nature in the turning of seasons and the phases of matter as solid, liquid, and gas. We cycle from childhood to adult to midlife to elder with the movement of our humanness. Conception, manifestation, completion. Everything moves in cycles and then begins anew. Mindful advancement through phases give personal symbolic meaning to any event. Look to the underlying energy and movement rather than the actual event. On some level, a physical move, a new job, or creative project, a birth or an expansion in relationship is similar energetically. Each involves your intention to move towards new possibilities and the fruition of your personal dream. Each represents a phase in the cycles of your life experience and spiritual growth. Each moves you toward the evolution of your vision. Honor the progression. Woo! Progress! Honor the progression of movement in your current situation. Honor the progression of movement in your current situation. Realize you may not be able to reverse phases. However, you can move with them. Wow. Wow! What a card. That did a lot for me as well. Man, I'm getting goosebumps. You getting goosebumpies? Nice. Let us see. I have some of my work to show you friends as well. Yeah. This is the most brown I've ever used in a work of art. And I don't hate it. All right. Ah, my heart eyes. Love is true. So friggin' wholesome. Melting gold. Oh yeah, Darren, that's sick. These oranges in the middle do have that goldish sheen to them. Look at that little gold nugget in the center there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Swamp. That's the next one. This is the day before's. Back close again, it seems. All right. The pieces of writing is really short as well with these, so that won't take much time. And then we'll say goodbye. Yesterday's was, or the day before yesterday's was, teach what you know, learn what you don't. And the next one was look to learn, and you'll learn so much before you look. Before you look again, you would have learned many things. I appreciate you, friends, for spending time here with me, for being in this active pursuit of learning, striving for perfection, understanding that there's no such thing, right? Grasping at straws sometimes. Because it's fun. Because we're kids and we're playing. Know that building a sandcastle. Building that sandcastle next to the ocean might have it destroyed when the waves come in, but there's still a quality of perfection in the impermanence of it. I appreciate you, friends, and I thank you for joining me again. It's a pleasure sharing the space. I'll see you, friends, again soon. Goodbye, everybody. Love to ya. Peace.